Hey everybody, it's Danny J. We're here in the man cave right here on the DJB Productions Network. Hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Leave us some comments. We want to hear from you and make sure you're sharing the channel always and forever. You could join us right here on the DJB Productions Network for the man cave. You could also go on twitch.tv/ the Big Vito brand. Catch the show in there as well. This is a simulcast between the two properties. We're very excited about this show. This is episode number 2. Let me bring on my compadres. We got Big V himself, Vito LaGrasso.
Hey, what's going on, peeps? I hope everybody's doing good. We're over here at the Man Cave, coming to you live, baby, live. And yes, the beard effect is back. You know, the ladies have been asking for it. You know what I'm saying? So
I hear you.
give them what they want. They have. I'm telling you, Dan, it's hot. Hot commodity.
We also got CM Serini.
My boys.
There he is. There he is. The car man himself.
Ready for the man cave.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about here. Guys, make sure, like I said, make sure you're subscribing. If there's kids in the room, send them out. We got a lot of shenanigans going on here, but this is the man cave. So we're going to talk about a lot of different stuff today. What I want to bring up first is, as adults, when we go out, a lot of times it's the same old thing. We drink, we communicate, we yap, whatever. We have friends, etc. But it becomes the same old, same old. I'm going to show you how you spice it up real quick. And the way you spice it up is by literally starting an accidental game of spin the bottle. And this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This actually is a true story. I actually had this happen at a party. I was hanging out at a party. We were at a person's house. We were in the kitchen. I was talking to two wives that I'm friends with. Like, we have a bunch of us couples that are friends together. And I'm talking to the two wives in the kitchen. And while we're talking, I had drank the last of my beer and I put it down on the table. And as I was talking, I was in mid-sentence. I went to reach for something and I knocked the bottle over. And it spun. And then it landed on the girl that I was talking to. It just happened to land on who I was talking to. So right in mid-sentence, I watched it happen. I went over, I gave her a peck. And I said, anyway, blah, blah, blah. So then I kept on with my conversation. She didn't even think nothing about it. It was like this. So then as I'm talking, I went ahead and I spinned it again, right? Nobody's noticing, right? It lands on the other one. So I gave her a kiss. So I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. After I gave her a kiss, I said, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, by the way, it's your turn. So then I went back with my conversation. And then before you know it, we had the spin the bottle game going, right? Now, literally by the third or fourth kiss, tongue is starting to happen here a little bit. Meanwhile, we're still having this meaningful conversation. But then everybody else came in. So then all the parents are now playing spin the bottle. So now we got like 9-10 people playing spin the bottle in what was a somewhat boring party conversation.
Now,
that's what you do.
Now, Dan, let me ask you a question. Now, being that, we always talk about mother-in-laws and everything, and this is the best topic.
Yes.
What happens, right, if you finish your beer, be nice and smooth like Dan Boge can be, tips over the bottom, spins that motherfucker, lands on the mother-in-law, right? Give her a kiss. Now, say nobody's around, it's just you and her, and she gives you that look like, hey. Right? Now, and you give her a kiss, but then as you're reaching over, she slips you the tongue. What do you do?
I think it's best if you let her finish. Because you don't want to be rude.
No, you don't be rude.
You don't want to be rude.
Now, here's the flip side of this. Now, if all of a sudden at 10 o'clock at night, she's living by herself, and all of a sudden the light bulb goes on. Dan, can you come over and fix a light bulb for me?
And this is somewhat of a true story because my mother-in-law really can't do anything.
Exactly, and your mother-in-law throws some hot pictures up there, Dan. She does. So, do you go, and if it leads into something else, while you're on the chair, switching in the light bulb, it has happened to me. But just in case, do you let her finish?
How many Italians does it take to change a light bulb?
That's true. The answer is 3. Someone that trained that light bulb and really get the business. No, but what happens is, if that should happen, I think when you're in a relationship with somebody, who is the one person that you're more worried about than anybody else? the mother-in-law. So if you got the mother-in-law on your side, everything is golden at that point.
Oh my God, the shit
Right?
that you can get away with.
Shit, right?
Oh my
You
God.
better believe
And
it.
you know, and Cliff, I don't know if you have this problem, but I'm gonna tell you, right? And on the flip side of this, right? If you got a father-in-law that's fucking asshole to you, all right,
Right,
and
right.
he's being a jerk off, and you go say, hey, motherfucker, your little girl calls me daddy too, so go fuck yourself.
I actually had a true story about
Oh,
this
good.
Today. It's funny
Today.
you say this. Yes. So my other half is on the phone with her mom, right?
Right.
And I'm in the background as usual, making, my comments that I do. And she's on speakerphone, and she says everything that comes out of my mouth is like sexual innuendos, whatever it may be. So at first, tell me if I'm wrong, every girl out there is going to act like they don't like it or they're not into it, but deep down they're getting a feel for it, and then they're going to get comfortable with it, and then they're going to go along with it. For example, today, the mom was like, oh my God, I forget what I said. She was like, oh my God, that's so gross. Your mouth is so nasty. It's dirty. Everything comes out as sexual. And then I got the smooth talking going, and I was like, you know what? Just take it easy on my back later. And she said, okay, I'll try. Right in front of my other half.
It's you know what I noticed? That mother-in-laws are searching for those comments and are searching for them more than anybody else because they're in that cougar mode. If anything else, they need to feel attractive. They need to feel wanted, in a sense, to a point of it's almost like a drug.
But here on this flip side, banging your mother-in-law is probably the safest fucking piece of ass you could ever get. She ain't telling,
No,
right? And you're never gonna get caught because when the daughter's away, ain't nobody coming to visit the mother-in-law because she passed the prime and shit. So what the hell? You got open game.
Mr. Nasty Tom.
It's a God's truth. And you know what? This is one of those things that people don't think about when they're looking for something on the side.
I could tell you, being part of Wedding Crashers, fucking
Mazel tov.
that's it. Dan,
now the problem is though, and like your mother-in-law is about as big as you are, I think, isn't she?
my mother-in-law is beautiful. Dan,
It's beautiful.
She watching the show.
She watching the show.
Beautiful.
My mother-in-law, she'll show you pictures. She'll say,
yeah?
"Hey, do you see this picture I put up? Yeah, it was from like 35 years ago, but yeah, I saw it. It's all good, It's funny because like my mother-in-law will show pictures, and she's fishing for comments, and she'll show me pictures from when she was in her 20s, and I've seen some pictures where I'm like, "Yo, damn girl, look at you." She's like, "Mm-hmm," and then she goes on with her conversation because she knows. She goes, "I need to get this younger guy's opinion of what this used to look like."
Now, Cliff, how do you? I think your mother-in-law is a pretty attractive lady.
Is she young, Cliff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she young? Is she young, Cliff?
I mean, she's not young, but
no.
She's
my mother-in-law is in her mid-60s.
And she's got one more good night left in her. She wants to give it all to you.
Yeah, she might.
I can say every time that I
someone that keep her cable on.
It's always like, oh, have you been losing weight? You look like you've been working out. Every time you see it's, new conversation about appearance.
Yeah.
So it's always there.
I'm telling you, safest way to go, guys. Bang the mother-in-law.
I'm telling you. Now, that comes down to like option number 2. We've been talking about it for a little bit. It comes down into our second subject, though. Mother-in-laws, stick it or kick it. Now, you have the opportunity with your mother-in-law. Now, we know in general what is a grand scheme of things, but you got to take your instance right now. Are you kicking it or are you sticking it? V, go with you first.
Well, I'll tell you. Me being me, I've had a lot of goddamn mother-in-laws.
Right?
And some of them, I almost came close to sticking it, boy.
Mm-hmm.
But I just never pulled the trigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you talk about some mother-in-laws walking around with no bra on, nipples fucking standing at attention, shaking their ass, smiling at you, giving you a hug and a kiss, and you're like, that ain't the normal kiss. And I'm like, oh man,
Mhm.
it's there. It's there. Possibilities are running wild with the mother-in-laws. They got game, then they want you to know it.
You know, the funny thing is, like, my mother-in-law now is she acts older than what she is. So she's already got that down where she don't want to do nothing. She don't want to go anywhere. She complains about everything. But back in the day, I mean, she had nice legs. My wife takes after her with the leg department, has nice legs and all. She was nice looking woman back in the day, and my mother-in-law was a wild one. She'll be the first one to tell you she was a party. So right then and there, you're like, oh, that's attractive because this is the kind of girl you hook up with at a party. And then I saw some other pictures. I was like, damn girl,
Man,
damn
yeah.
girl. I was like, holy shit.
Cliff, you got some good mother-in-law pictures, Cliff?
I mean, back in the day, yeah, of course, and probably would do some terrible decisions and terrible.
It's a terrible decision.
But yeah, today, right now in this situation, got to be respectful and
Yeah.
Does your mother-in-law watch the show too?
One time, see, my wife didn't even realize. One time, I actually had to take my mother-in-law out, and it wasn't on like a date. It was like she wanted to get out and go drinking for a little bit. So she said, "Dan, you want to go?" I said, "Yeah, okay, I'll take you." So we went out to a couple of different places, right? And we're having fun, we're drinking, whatever, and just hanging. She just wanted to hang out, and I guess being with me was a lot better than being out on a date because she was very like man hating at that time, that type of thing. So we get to this one place, the last place we go to. We're in there, and she sees some people that she knows. I don't remember if it was a woman she knew or if it was a guy she knew or whatever, but there was a number of people there. She whispers to me, she goes, "Get a little closer to me." I said, "Okay." So I get a little closer to me. She goes, "Act like we're here together." I said, "We are here together." She goes, "No, really, act like we're here together." I said, "Oh, I got you. So now I got my hand on her. I'm patting her in the ass every once in a couple minutes, right? Right? So I said, "Where's the bathroom at?" And she tells me. So I grab her chin, I give her a peck on the lips, and I go like I'm her boyfriend, like I'm her boy toy, right? We leave the place. She goes, "Oh yeah, those motherfuckers, fuck them." Right? As we go up, right? That was her thing. So I drop her. I said, "All right, I'll see you later." like feeling very awkward, like I'm gonna get invited into the house or something like that. But of course I wasn't. I dropped her off and I went home.
All right, here. I know your mother still has the cabin at the campground. Is that still available?
Well, she's sharing that with my sister-in-law, who and brother-in-law. So we barely go down there at all. We never go down. We haven't gone down there in years. She's actually not going down that often because I think she's getting into this. Like, I don't want to be bothered driving here. I don't want to get bothered down there. She's really letting age take her over in a sense.
She needs to make a return to the campgrounds.
She does in the worst way possible. You know what I mean? And get her party on and stuff like that. She don't party no more. She's now that woman who's like trying to get into heaven. I think it's what happened. You know what I mean?
Ain't happening.
I will add to that though, and I say there is a couple times where obviously you hang out with them alone and without the other half. I would do anything for her. So there was actually a time where I caught a couple charges because some people were messing with her and stuff. So on the other hand, I would do that.
There you go.
So
if you tell her, say, I got a couple charges here. You got to come out. And it's just only nice. Which leads us into our next topic real quick. Obviously, we look at our wives, we look at our significant others, we look at other women, we look at models on TV. What is the perfect woman? Well, we're going to play Dr. Frankenstein, and we're going to put together the perfect woman, at least for us. Okay. Obviously, starting out with body-wise, what are we looking at body-wise? Are we looking at someone that's a little heavy? Are we looking at someone that's muscular? What are we looking at?
Are we making three different ones or one?
We're all going to one complete. So everybody's got to put their input in.
Okay.
Go ahead. What is one thing, if you say, if I'm going to build a woman, the first thing I'm starting with?
Well, I can add to this because you guys were talking about it, I believe, on episode 1 about body parts and whatnot, what you guys were into. I wasn't included with that, so I'll kind of lead on to that. I am a chest guy, so I probably need at least a good double D.
A good double D. Sturdy.
So that's where I'm going to start.
A
That's where I'm
good
gonna
sturdy
start.
double D, not one that's been around for a while. You want like one she's 21, a 21 double D.
Of course.
That's what you're looking for. Okay, you could buy that. Just saying.
Maybe I have.
Maybe you might just have. He does do a lot of work in the garage. What's your next thing? So we got a double D, which I think we all agree with. What's your next part?
I would say a good ass.
A good
I
ass.
knew that was coming.
Yes.
Woo!
She's got to do squats. It's got to. And you know what though? It can't be just a big ass. It's got to be one that like when you grab it, there's something there. Like it's not jelly. It's got to be like firm.
You want to know what's funny is that my thoughts on body parts have changed throughout the years. Where I used to like this and I used to like that. And one thing I used to find, like, and I say all the time, like, if a woman or a girl has gymnastic legs,
yeah,
There you go.
I like gymnastic legs. I like a good bottom,
A nice tree trunk size leg.
yeah. She's got legs like a horse. I'm loving it. It's the truth.
Yeah.
But the legs, but the ass is she could have a little fat on it. I don't mind. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the perfect ass, but something round would be nice. Flat, you lost me.
Yep. Nope.
I gotta say, if you're looking for any kind of like, what we're describing here, pretty much, if you look at the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance, look at Camille.
Okay.
She pretty much embodies what we just said. Between the chest, the legs, and the ass. She played football. She did that lingerie bowl.
I never. I don't know who she is. I've never seen her. So.
I only met her. Well, I didn't meet her, but I mean, I only seen her like since the NWA started. And if you look at it's Camille with a K. If you look up Camille, NWA Camille,
right.
Kameille, something like that. She goes with that guy that played Bram on Impact Wrestling. She's with him.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that the guy who had the problem with Charlotte Flair?
Charlotte Flair, right? Same guy. She's with him they both work at the NWA. But if you look her up, body wise, you're like damn, Now, V, you're talking about your body types have changed over the years. Yeah. Being a gym rat, for lack of a better term, obviously you're looking for what's at the gym. What you're seeing, you're kind of like seeing there. But is it out of that box?
I got to tell you, when I go to the gym, like I think both of you guys know, when I go to the gym, I wear the ugliest friggin' clothes you could ever wear, the baggiest clothes.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to look to pick up chicks,
Yeah.
But when you look around, and you see girls working out at the gym, now you're talking gym wise, and I'm not talking about girls squatting or doing something too. I'm talking about a good set of legs, and I'm like, okay, she could work out. But if you see the legs and you say, okay, then you look at the rest and say, okay, she's in charge.
That's her.
Whew.
She's got a pretty face.
She does have a pretty face. If you see if you can get a body shot, Cliff.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's passable.
And in fact, if you want to see something here, hold on a second.
There you go, V.
She's a nice looking girl.
Here's something here. Let me see if I can get it in there.
Oh, you're getting it in there. All right. I got it.
There you go.
Just the tip, though.
Just the tip. Yeah. And actually, let me see here. Because I know it's here somewhere.
It's there somewhere.
Here we go. There's the bottom.
Oof. Does anybody have the record for just the tip? Because I never last long.
Vic, that ain't happening. You're taking the bottle, and that's the end of it. But all right, so now we got the bottom.
And this commercial was brought to you by Versace.
Versace, for all your Italian leather needs.
Exactly.
Or as they said in WCW, Versace.
Let me tell you something. Like you talk about WCW, I'll make a great analogy here. My first day in WCW,
he was there.
The Nitro girls were as hot as they could be, and everybody wanted to see the Nitro girls. So I'm like, All right, I made WCW, big time. First time I'm going downstairs in a hotel. I'm in Denver, Colorado. I go downstairs and look what's in the gym.
Yep.
Every single one of the Nitro girls, right?
Is this
Wow.
lead to the redhead story?
Oh my God. So the one I think her name was Sky.
Yes.
I think that was her name. The
Mhm.
redhead was my fucking favorite.
Oh, Fire. Yeah,
Oh,
Fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I go in the gym. I'm like, fucking happy for you, fucking lucky son of a bitch. You did it. I walk in. There's no makeup, no hair, no nothing. And I was like, motherfucker, no
Turn
way.
around, leave.
I-
Don't let it ruin it for you.
Was it hammered? Was it hammered?
It was the biggest shock of my life because they all had these faces. And I'm like, what happened to you, motherfuckers? You're ruining my day.
Because I heard the best looking one was Chai, who was the Asian girl.
Yeah, she was naturally.
Yeah, she was naturally beautiful. Because a lot of guys were into her.
And DDP's wife was naturally beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? So, but the other ones, not saying they were ugly, but what you see on TV and then what you see in person, no makeup, just getting off,
Oh, yeah.
morning dew, all this stuff. And I was like,
I think I was talking about this with Danny J the other day. What's her name? Your favorite girl, your favorite chick.
Who, Tessa?
No,
Who, I have a
Alexa
few.
Bliss.
Alexa Bliss, yes.
Yes. Her without makeup looks completely different. You would never see her,
But
guess
you know
her
what, though? She's cute. She's like hot with makeup, but without makeup, she's this cute girl.
savage.
She's a little bit more than Girl Next Door. A little bit more. Not total, but a little bit more than Girl Next Door. Now, with makeup, you're like, holy shit, look at this.
You find the one that doesn't need makeup, there's your winner.
Mm-hmm. That's true, because you got to wake up next to that.
Yep.
Or at least sneak out in the middle of the night. One or the other. One or the other.
Go ahead, put a petition out. Can you be my mother-in-law?
Can you be, please? I'm looking for mother-in-laws between the age of 23 and 29. So now we got the body.
Right.
We know we want a pretty face. Okay.
Everybody does.
You want a pretty. You got to have a pretty face because that's the grill. That's the grill of the car. Okay. A Cadillac would not be a Cadillac without that shield on it. Right or wrong? You know what I mean?
Correct. Yeah.
So now we got to talk about inside the Canoggin. Okay. Do we get someone? Do we get someone that is timid? Do we get someone that's as like a guy? Do we get someone that because there's a number of different types of girls out there. You know what I mean?
How about anybody ever look at the teeth of a woman?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Very important, right?
You know what? You don't think about it, but you do. Yeah.
You look at the smile, you look at the teeth, look at their straight, look at their black, look at their yellow. That's the thing. She has a smile that attracts you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you look at the hair, and of course, and for me, the biggest turnoff, if you are fucking dumb as a stump, but you could be God beautiful, I don't want nothing to do with you. I can't hold a conversation with you. I don't want to know you.
True.
I was talking to a girl. I was DJing. I was talking to this girl, and she was the hottest thing in that club. Hottest thing in that club. And I said, we were talking about traveling for vacation, stuff like that. And I said, well, my daughter wants to go to Los Angeles, right? She goes, that's in California, right? I said, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. I was like, wow. Man, did you just drop 3 notches? I was like, holy shit.
It's a lovely accent you got there. New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey, is that right? And why do New Jersey chicks have Southern accents? You ever notice that? Did you ever notice that? Like, the New Jersey girls will have a Southern accent if they like country music. I don't know what it is. It's like British people that have American accents. I hate that. But I don't trust them.
I don't know. I never noticed that, Dan. I never did.
Next time you check it out, see what it is. You're like, really? Like, where are you?
With a complete accent, but if they do a movie or something, it's complete
Yeah,
American English.
Yeah, I don't trust them at all.
Yeah.
I don't trust them at all. That's like CIA shit. I mean, seriously. Just like,
all right, so they got to have a good smile, good teeth, and they have to have some sort of a brain.
But what kind of personality do we want with these girls?
Got to be fun. Have to be fun.
God, yeah.
Have to be happy. Have to be fun. If you're gonna come with me with a bunch of drama, talk about your problems, and talk about how miserable life is, bring it to the next guy, and good luck. I've had more fun in clubs with ugly chicks than I've had beautiful chicks because of their personality.
Yeah.
I'm a personality guy.
Yeah.
If you ain't got a personality, I will see you later.
And you know what? I got friends who are like that I know from you, like an ex-girlfriend who's like, for all intents and purposes, in her head is a dude, except she's this chick, right? So she acts like a dude, not like in a sense of like, is like a dyke lesbian. I'm saying like she thinks
Manly,
like a dude.
manly matters.
Yeah,
Manly
she
matters.
does.
Manly
She does
matters.
guys things.
She does guy things. She as far as sex is concerned, it's just like a guy. She treats it just like a guy would. And I like when I talk to her, a lot of times I'm like, I can't keep up with her. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like I want to like be sometimes flirt with her because I know her for 30 years. You know what I mean? I want to flirt her, but like if I flirt with her, she calls me on it like super quick and like shoots me down like a dude would shoot down an ugly chick in a bar. And I'm like, I don't know how to deal with you. Like it's like, you know, it's like rough.
What are you talking about, Dan? That's the perfect scenario. If you're hitting on a chick and you're flirting with them and you're being in your, are you flirting with me? Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
am. I'm having a good time with you. I'm trying to make you laugh. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm trying to
Always answer their question with a question.
That's right.
I don't know. Am I?
And you know what I right now, you know what I noticed though too, is that if you want to get away with stuff, right? Your personality has to be that. In other words, as a DJ, I'm a natural flirt. Okay. So I flirt with everybody. And I even put it out there when I'm talking with the husband, stuff like that. Like, I'm like, hey, you know, we all got our dynamics. Like, you know, you're the mechanic and you're the guy that does the heater. And I'm the guy that flirts with everybody's wife. This is all we do. We have to know our places in life.
I get in trouble for that a lot,
You know
too.
what I mean? But
everywhere we go, grocery store, diner, going out to the mall, like
But
even
you know
when
what?
she's right next to me, it's just my personality.
my wife says to me, he's a flirt. That's what he does.
True.
Like she goes, I don't take nothing out of what he says to any girl. You know, like granted, like it would have to be like she's catching me actually banging somebody to say, oh, well, he's just flirting. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, like that's my thing. So like I'm not that it's an act or anything like that, because it is me. That's what I am. I'm a flirt, and that comes from years of DJing, because in DJing you have to flirt with the girls that are in the club and stuff like that. It's a whole thing, just like what bartenders do, that type of thing. So it's what I do. I'm an extrovert. I flirt all the time. I flirt with V's wife all the time. I flirt with my sister-in-law. I flirt with my mother-in-law. I flirt with everybody. It's just what I do when I'm talking. And the thing is, it's like, that's my thing. Now, granted, my friends know that I'm being funny with them. You know what I mean? That type of thing. But it allows me to get away and be able to be free with my speech, you know? And what happens is they say, oh, Dan, that's so many jokes. And they're like this. They think about it.
I don't know. I don't know, Cliff. What are your views on the flirting thing? Are you still flirty in that way?
I'm exactly the same as Dan and Jay here.
Yeah.
I 150%. Like I said, no matter where we're at, what we're doing, my other half will be right next to me, and I'll be, talking conversation. And sometimes she'll be like, "Oh my God, it's a little too much." Other times she's just like, "That's you."
Yeah.
So
now, we were at a party. I was DJing a house party one time, and I had Noel and Vito come to the house party with me. Right? I said, "Yeah, you guys busy?" They're like, "No."
I think I remember this one. Yeah.
This was a Halloween party. Remember?
Yeah.
So V comes dressed as V. Right? That was
of course. There we go.
He came as himself. Noel came as a nurse. I think it was supposed to be something else. It didn't work out. So she got the nurse gimmick in about 3 seconds and came as a nurse. And she killed it. She looked great. Here's the funny thing was, she came to the party. All the people at the party were like over the age of 50. They're between 50 and 60 years old, pushing towards the ladder. Becky comes in. She's like, what could she have been? 34, something like that.
In her 30s. Yeah, probably.
Mid 30s, something like that. And she's killing it. But she's one of 6 nurses at this party. But she's the only one killing the costume because of her age, and she's built and whatever, right? So they're all the women are looking at her like, fucking bitch. You know, like,
Right.
but she was like this, and her ass was kind of out a little bit. And I said, "Damn, you really worked it for this party. Good for you, you know." And I'm worried because I'm working the party as a DJ. I'm like, I invited them. I don't want them saying, "Oh, Dan's inviting all these people to my party." So V comes to himself. So we're hanging out, and they had, how about it, V? They had a big array of drinks,
Yeah. Oh,
right? Huge, like super array of drinks. This was a really good party.
it was.
And I literally must have made about 800-900 at this party.
I remember you
there-
made a lot of money at that.
I was
party.
there 7.5 hours or 8 hours DJing at this house party, and so everybody's drinking and they're having food and whatever. So he's feeling bored. So Noel goes, "Well, go dance, right?" Because he likes to dance. So what's he do? V goes out and he grabs the wife, who's the house owner. Now she's married to a guy, right? So the kids are there. The kids are like somewhat adult kids, are like 17, 18 years old. Dad's around somewhere, and the wife's dressed up like a bumblebee, right? V goes over and says, he pulls her, doesn't even say nothing to her, he just grabs her hand and says, and he pulls her out and he starts dancing with her, right? And she's like, "Oh yeah, let's dance," because she sees this big dude. The son comes right in the, "No, ma, no, ma, no." Pulls him off like that.
Mom was getting on.
Mom was loving it, right? And then the funny thing was they got divorced, not because of you, but they got divorced, right?
Thank you.
And we're at another party, and she said, "Oh, Danny, how you doing?" I said, "Oh, how you doing?" Right?
Probably dancing a lot now.
This woman was a woman who was like, she got drunk. She went walking around on hands and feet, like you would like a spider or a dog, with her ass up in the air,
Oh man.
with like no underwear on and stuff like that, running around the party. The party was crazy. I've done some crazy ass parties, and this was one of them like that. So that was a funny thing. And I said, "Jesus Christ, I wonder if V got me fired." I was like, this is crazy. And Noel sitting next to me like, "That's V. Oh, Dee." You know, like this. But it was
Another one for the good guys.
Yes, that's right.
We all have some crazy V stories.
That's-
Dancing in the clubs with the women.
Yeah.
Too many of them.
Too many.
Speaking of clubs, next time we come out here on the Man Cave, we're going to be talking about swingers parties. Okay.
Yes.
So
My favorite.
there we go. I knew it would be. And I happen to have I DJ'd at one, and we got stories about that. That's going to be the next time on the Man Cave. So what I want to do is make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button down below. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell so you know when the next Man Cave comes out, because you're not going to want to miss that episode. Make sure you're sharing it to everybody. And by all means, leave comments. Tell us if you would kick it or stick it with your mother-in-law. Let us know. Nobody's going to look, you know. And tell us what you think. Comment on the show. We can't wait to see it. So for CM Serini, for Big V, my name is Danny J. We'll see you next time in the Man Cave.